Okay, there's no way I can wait to do another video, so I'm gonna do one right now. We have this beautiful plate that is launching right now with our friend Kelly from the UK. She is Enchanted Nails by Kelly, and this is LC-101, and it is called Enchanted Gems. Perfectly named. Beautiful, beautiful plate. So many gorgeous images, so many different ways you can work with them. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do something right now with this image right here. And we are going to, well, let me just show you. Let me just show you. I'm going to start with a matted nail again. And this is Elegant. Perfect choice for this, number 529 from KoKo Claire. And then I've used a matte top coat over top. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Matte top coat over top. And the first thing we are going to do is lift up this center image here. Now, we do have this set up so that you could do a color, an outline, and then the details. But I'm going to do something a little different where I'm going to do the outline and then I'm going to put gel polish in the center just to make it look gemmy. And then we'll put the details over top after we cure. So let's go ahead and lift this up, and I'm going to lift it up in the gold. And oh my goodness, I really need to thin this polish. Let's see if we can get this to lift. This will be possibly a minor miracle. Let's go. Not a minor miracle. So let's go ahead and thin this. Probably need a new jar very soon because it's getting a little empty. So we're just gonna do maybe 5 drips just because it is quite empty. I don't want to over thin it because then it's just not even gonna be usable. So just gonna roll it between the hands. Get that product go in the center and mix with what we just added to it. So let's see how we're doing. Okay, let's give it another go. Clean this off. Make sure that there's nothing left in those super fine lines, including no polish remover or plate cleaner, whatever you're using, acetone, etc. Clean off my scraper. Make sure I've got all the things done to be successful with this lift of these pretty delicate images here. Okay. Much better. Look at that. Perfect image. A little bit of thinning and off we go. Okay, I'm going to use my sticky pad instead here to get these images off because they're not wanting to come off on the side of my scrapers. That's okay. We have a solution. Probably being a little over picky considering this is covered with little speckles. Okay, I am going to pop this guy right in the center of this pretty almond shaped nail. Give it a little wiggle, make sure that that sticks. Oh, look how pretty. So it's pretty just like that, for heaven's sake. I love it. Okay, so obviously we're not stopping there. I'm gonna grab Tiny Bubbles 458. I'm just gonna pop a little bit down on my mat. These mats are so useful for protecting your surface, but also for becoming a palette for you for all of this good stuff. Okay, so instead of stamping that image and then this one around it as the outline, I'm going to omit this one, and now I'm just going to paint in the center here with my pretty sparkly gel polish. I'm just going to lay this into the center of my pretty outline. Now, if you wanted to, you could put that other one down and use it as your guide for where you want your gem to sit. But I'm just going to go up to these little dots here, very close to the edge, but maybe not right up to the edge, because I don't want that to get covered up. I want it to still be there and look special, like it's part of the plan. And that my rectangular shimmery gem in the center is also intentional. So I'm going to add a little bit of a glop here just to make it a little bit more raised. And then I'm going to cure it. And we're going to add a little bit more to it to just give it even more dimension. Okay, I'm going to pop it over here and cure it. My light. I'm just going to clean off the head of my brush. Don't want that to accidentally catch some light and get cured, because then it's kind of garbage. There are ways to get the product out, but it's not easy, and it usually damages those bristles. So you want to be careful to just avoid those lights. If you're using a gel polish that needs to be cured. Okay, I'm going to pull out, where did I put it? Right here. This is the Fairy Flakies from KoKo Claire. We are going to pop some of that delicious goodness on top of this guy. Okay, that is cured. Now, I'm going to come into my fairies here. Let's touch our gel polish here just a little bit. And this should still be sticky, yes. Okay, so I'm just going to gently touch. You can see how I've picked up a little piece here. This stuff is so light and so airy that be careful you don't sneeze. Don't sneeze or cough or talk real loud, because it weighs nothing and it'll just fly and be gone. There's nothing more devastating than looking at this stuff blowing around the room. Okay, and I'm just tapping it into that sticky layer that's on top of this pretty bubbly. Just like so. Okay, let's pop that in the light for just a second to get it to stick to that. Cover that up so that I don't sneeze and lose it all. All right. Next stage, I'm going to want to add a top coat to this because this is a little bit sticky. I don't want to stamp on top of sticky because the chances are pretty good that it won't stay. Okay. So we're going to take our top coat. This is just Shine from KoKo Claire. Just got a little bit of over here on my mat. And we are going to go over our gem. We're also going to go over our outline because when we come and wipe this at the end, we don't want to lose our pretty stamping with our wipe at the end. Okay, so I'm just going all the way around, just covering that because I want the rest of the nail to stay matte or flat, just to have that contrast. It's just kind of a neat look. I'm going to come back to our little details over here and make sure that I'm going all the way around. Don't miss any of it. Now, if you did miss it and you had to come back and add it back in again, we could stamp it back in again, but we're doing this anyway. Let's make sure that we cover it up. Okay, now I'm gonna go over the whole thing. Secure in my pretty new gemstone. add a little bit extra. Just kind of building up that height. Okay, I'm going to use gravity and just flip it over just for a second or two. And there we go. That smooths it out too, which is super helpful. Okay, so let's clean off this brush. Put the cap on so that it's safe, like so. And we'll just wait for this. It takes about 45 seconds to do this cure. Let's clean up some other things while we're waiting. And then we're gonna do the final step, which is the neatest step, which is we are going to put some details on top of our gem. So we're gonna put these facets right here. We're gonna stamp those on top of our gel because why not? So fun. Okay, now we could do this in a bunch of different colors. You could do it in pink, you could do it in purple, you could do it in aqua, you could do it kind of in whatever you wanted. But let's do it in angelic white. Let's see what this looks like. So there's our angelic white. Stamper close at hand. Scraper missing as usual. Here we go. Okay, scrape and lift right away. Get all our details. Okay, and now we're going to come and we're going to stamp that right over top. Where do I want it? Right there. You can see it through the stamper. It looks so cool. I love it. That's so pretty. Okay. So I want to come around again with a little bit more gel, a little bit more of this shine top coat, because I don't want that really cool white facet we just put on here. I'm just going to use this brush because why not? Just going to do a thin coat. Doesn't need any more height, I don't think. There we go. We'll give that a cure. And there's our beautiful, intricate gemstone on our flat, matte, sparkly nail. All right, she's gonna go in and cure, and I'll include some pictures as always. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.